Greta Thunberg, I think is how you're supposed to say it. But every time I do that, I feel awkward because no one in America says it like that. But that's how Amy Goodman pronounced it to her. And she confirmed that that's how she likes it. So I'm just calling her Greta for right now. She's younger than me, but she's like, I look up to her. I mean, truly, what an icon. And that's a dumb word for it. She's an amazing activist. She's not an icon. She's not, Beyonce. She's doing incredible work. But like what I love about her is that her sense of justice, her sense of how to change, of what matters in the world, it hasn't changed. She could have gone down a route that's much more friendly to corporations. She could have greenwashed herself, right? She could have been somebody that goes on the circuit and gives talks about how important it is to love the environment. But she didn't do that. She doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on her activism. And she's been, over the past year, a really important voice in the anti-genocide demonstrations as it relates to Palestine. That's probably why you haven't heard too much from her. Really. That's probably why you haven't heard too much from her. In the press. They're not covering it. Because then people might connect like, hey, is dropping bombs over and over and over again on a population that's trapped in an open air prison, is that good for the environment? Let alone what it does to the people there. Are colonialism and capitalism connected? Is capitalism the driver of climate change? These are the questions that come up when you see her activism in this area. So she was set to appear at a pro-Palestine encampment in Germany. This is her telling her followers what happened when they found out that she was set to appear at this encampment.
On Tuesday, I was invited by the Student Encampment for Palestine in Dortmund to attend a panel event at the camp. Quickly after they posted a picture announcing this, the police came and told them that they had to pack up the camp and leave, and that I would get arrested if I went there. All this because they had invited me to speak, and I had been to a pro-Palestine demo in Berlin the night before. So on Tuesday night, the students took down the camp. But this is far from the end. Germany is silencing and threatening activists who are speaking up against the genocide and occupation in Palestine. The German police claim that it is anti-Semitism to say that Israel should stop bombing children and to say that Palestinians also deserve safety, freedom, and justice. If you can, please show your support to the student movement and encampment in Dortmund and everywhere else where people are facing repression for speaking up against Israel's genocide and full-scale attacks. We will not be silenced.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And young people really make these connections very easily. The Zionism, over the past year, it's taken the most well-documented genocide in history for it to happen. But over the past year, there's been a mass education on what Zionism actually means. And I do think that the anti-war movement within what the progressive movement, what's left of it, or what the new kind of form that it's taking, is very conscious about what colonialism is. And this wasn't always, look, I was younger then, but even when I look back on it, talking about the Iraq War, it was almost treated as a conspiracy when you would speak about U.S. presence in the region and what our interests were in Iraq. But I think when you look more and more about why are we always waging war in the Gulf? Like, is it relevant that Israel is right there near the Suez Canal? It's pretty relevant, right? Damn, it's pretty important that that canal is integral to trade and to oil and all that kind of stuff. Does that inform some of our policy there? It may not be the driver, it may not be at the forefront of people's mind, but has that been the buildup of our support for this settler colonial project? Has that been relevant? Is that part of why we've bombed this region and radicalized so many people because we have an interest there in crushing resistance for our own imperial ends? Has colonialism really fully gone away? Is this a new manifestation? Is this the last breath of colonialism that we're seeing? These are the questions that young people are asking. I think they're right to ask them. And the fact that those connections are being made is important. And I think Greta is doing an amazing work in doing that and being a voice for that intersection of those topics.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.